Good morning to you and Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Anyways, a Merry Christmas to you and a Happy New Year in advance because today is Christmas Day and we are so excited that we are live with you right here on this amazing, fantastic latest morning breakfast show in the 254 hashtag is Y in the morning, hashtag Christmas Day, hashtag it's Christmas. Okay, come on now. Ongeza hashtags pale, ongeza hapo hashtags. On our social media platforms at Y254 channel _ on the gram and personally mine is at Brian Sakwana. Tuambie una watch show ukiwa mtaa gani na Christmas inakubambia ukiwa wapi. Please tuambie on that hashtag which is Y in the morning and I'm so excited and I'm so happy. Umenunuliwa nguo ya Christmas? Unayo hauna? Please tell me uko na nguo ya Christmas na mmekula chapati? What are some of the foods that you guys are supposed to eat today? Chapati, kuku, mahamri kwa wale watu wa Mombasani, pilau, kuku, mbuzi, soda. You know those things ujakuwa ukikula for the whole year. It's now today. Please don't forget to also share with me on my social media platforms. Mimi peke yangu, the rest wameenda vacation at Y254 channel at Brian Seko 101. But I have an amazing, powerful guest who's actually going to take us into that Christmas mood. And without much further ado, ladies and gentlemen, you have no idea what you're about to hear right now. I present to you Mr. Ricky Otieno, aka Ricky Bit. Abu tuende kazi. Tuende kazi. It actually got me lost in a bit. I was like, I'm waiting for you to just begin. Kumbe, we've already... Nika concert ishaisha. You guys can now go back man. Concert ishaisha. Thanks for coming.
Thank you so much.
Karibu sana. You know, I can only imagine the level of skill, air control, and then also getting this machine. I'm sure it's something that you've had to learn over a bit of time.
Yeah.
And maybe there's I don't know if you can tell us if you went to a school. Did you pick it up as a child? Was it something that you always wanted to do? And first of all, what is the name of this machine? For those who have no idea, what is it? So it's not a machine, it's an instrument.
Yeah.
Right.
This beautiful instrument is called a saxophone. Right. It's an alto saxophone. There's like, there's very many different types of saxophone. There's like, you see the way the vocals are like soprano, alto, tenor, bass, baritone, all those. Yeah. There's also saxophones for that. So there's a soprano saxophone, there's a tenor, there's an alto, there's a baritone one. This particular one is an alto saxophone.
Yeah. Alto, that's a specific voice.
So it has like a specific voice. With up to like a specific range of the name.
So there's people who can play deeper, louder, wider, or even smoother.
Yeah, for sure. You can play like if for example, if you get like the soprano tone, the soprano sax, the tone is going to be very sharper. It's going to be sharper than this. This one is a bit mellowish, you know.
Yeah.
That one is a bit sharper. Yeah. So all those depend, you know, with what mood you want to invoke with the people as well, you know. Yeah, but
it's all for creating a mood.
Yeah.
And it's Christmas Day.
For sure.
All about that mood. So for a day like today, before you actually get to tell us how you became all of this, does a day like today actually give you a lot of pressure? Am I used to this thing? Now, I mean, Christmas is a big deal.
Yeah, Christmas is a big deal. It's like you know when you're taking an exam and you always have the butterflies in your stomach, you know. So even if I'm playing like for Christmas especially, you know, because a lot of people are gonna come out. People will go out to listen to like music as they have like drinks, enjoy like family time and stuff. So it's always gonna give me like butterflies because I'm thinking, what kind of songs am I gonna play? You know, will these people appreciate? Will they understand the kind of like vibe I'm trying to put to them? You know. Yeah, but I've gotten used to it with time. You know, like the pressure is not as much as it was like maybe let's say 3 years or 4 years ago. Because now I think I know how to handle it and like make sure the performance is top notch. And the quality is also appreciated by the guests as well.
Right. And let's, since on that note, let's get to know you a little bit before you perform for us all these other amazing songs now that it's Christmas. Professionally, did you go to school to learn it, or was it a talent? How did you find yourself also gravitating specifically towards the saxophone as an instrument? And are there maybe like other things that are also alternatives to a saxophone that you've also learned?
Yeah, for sure. I come from a really musical background as well. Like my father was a choir master at that time. My sister used to sing basically every time, whether she's in the shower. She actually participated also in musical competitions.
Yes.
My mom was also into singing and stuff, you know. So I grew up with that background. So I think subconsciously I had like the music in me, but there was something that needed to be activated, you know, to like show me I can actually, you know, like I have interest in this and actually become better. So when I went to high school, I was fortunate enough, like the school that I went to had like a music program with equipment and stuff, different instruments, you know, there's like pianos, there's saxophones, there's trumpets, there's drums, all those things, you know.
Yeah.
And, you know, me coming to that school as a Form 1, you know, like in my first year, and I'm like, wow, all these things, you know, so I have to try this, you know. Yeah. And now when I got to school, you know, I think like for me, the music subject, for it was just natural to me, you know. I didn't have to go to...
one of those things that sort of...
I didn't have to go to read. I didn't have to do like the exam. You could literally wake me up and tell me, we're going for the exam, you know. Yeah. And I would always ace it, you know.
Yeah,
it's on my J-clef, Nini, you know. So all those things. So when I was learning those, when I was into Form 1, that's when I got into the music thing now, like being taught. I'd say those are like the earlier years I can remember, like now being taught like proper, you know, like, so this is music. Yeah, this is like music. This is what you do. This is how you do. You know.
How do you hold it as well? Does it have a posture as well for?
It does all those things, bro. It has a posture. It's so funny, you know. Like, there's a way. If you play it like this, you find yourself like you've blocked the air from your lungs. So there's a certain way you have to.
There's also a position.
Yeah, if you're seated, there's a way you have to sit. If you're standing, there's a way. You know, all those things. So I learned all that. I learned how to play, and also we used to have like exams and practical exams as well. So you can't slack. You just have to learn because it's part of your academics, you know. So I think that was really helpful for me to learn the instrument. So after learning there, I just took it up by myself also. Like when I also met like other musicians now, outside school now. That's when like I also got better as well, because playing with them now, you're not playing with like kids anymore. Now you're playing with like seasoned musicians. You have to level up, you know. Yeah. So
and you come from Mombasa, you know, for those people that don't know.
Yeah.
And the Otieno part is what got me confused, because Rick Otieno is you know, an out of Mombasa and Nishani, but we have our brothers from the coast.
Yeah, man.
So basically you're playing Tarab music, and I know a lot of ladies gravitate towards that.
Yeah.
I don't know, did you ever play Tarab? What are some of the music genres that you play a lot that have actually helped you in terms of your mastering of this thing? Because Mombasani na zinaitwaje, is it rumba? There's a certain
it's just like mabango and like those things. I've played them all.
You've done them all.
I've done them all, like
from Mombasa to Nairobi. So these two cultures totally different.
Totally different, man. Like so when I finished my Form 4s, basically I was born and raised in Mombasa, but like definitely my cultural roots are in the Nyanza province areas, Tumetoka area naitwa Migori. That's Dala, you know. But like where my dad and my mom worked were in Mombasa, so most of the time we'd spend there.
Yes.
So when I finished my Form 4s, I went back home to Mombasa. I joined a band called Jukwa. We also some Yanyings. So when we were there, we used to play like also in hotels and restaurants there. So we definitely had to learn the music that Coastarians can vibe and comprehend to, you know. So we used to play a lot of bango, we'd play a lot of chakacha, we'd play a lot of... Definitely we do some covers here and there for during that time, you know. Yeah, but now from now coming from Mombasa and then you get to Nairobi, you know, it's there's something they call like jazz standards, you know. So these standards are like...
There's a lot of jazz concerts that need people like you.
Yeah, now jazz, you know, when you come to Nairobi now, that's the kind of music, you know. It's chic music, it's not those... I would say it's not like the music we were playing before was bad, but like this one is different. No, this one is it's a bit expensive, you know.
It's for certain cadres of people.
So there are those things that we call
couples or zungus, especially when you go to these outlets or these chill spots. You know, couples. foreigners wametravel kutoka majuu wako tu hapo na watoto wake
they just want like some smooth vibes as they sip and eat, you know.
Na uko tu pale.
Yeah, so
how does that make you feel, by the way? Such a mood, you know?
It makes me feel nice, bro. Imagine you there as an individual,
yeah.
you're totally, you know, you're totally accountable for the whether you're gonna give these guys a good time or a bad time. You know, it's as simple as just if you turn up the volume a bit more, it becomes distractive because now maybe people can't hear themselves when they're talking, you know. So all those things you have to really put in fact. Like I can only put this level, the volume maybe up to a certain level. As people are starting to eat, I can play this type of songs. When they want to dance, I can switch it up to this type of songs.
So you should read the people's
mood.
Definitely.
You know, for me, I feel nice when I get it right, you know. It's like when you're done.
You feel connected even with the people.
Yeah, and you know, like sometimes they don't really have to like clap or something. It's as easy as if I'm chilling at the corner, I'm playing, and I can see someone like tap their foot or like shaking their head. I know, I'm nice, you know.
And you connect with the energy.
Yeah, we connect, you know, and sometimes guys will be like, hey, it's my birthday, man. Can you really play me something? Just as simple as that. Happy birthday to you. It makes their day, man, you know.
Please, for anyone who has a birthday today, just a Kalito one. Mine is on, my birthday is this week, Friday. This week Friday.
I should play for you a birthday song, bro.
But you'll play for someone who has a birthday. And now, how also do you choose a mood for an event like a day like today? There's a lot of things that are going to happen today, from families linking up, to friends hanging out, to just celebrating the Christmas day itself. It means a lot. Are there like maybe specific performances and also the songs that maybe you have lined up that whenever you're going to go to an event, you definitely know number one on the list, Nihi? Yeah. Maybe you can try to like just do a play out so that our viewers can get to enjoy.
Understand. So funny thing is this, man. Like, you know, when if I have a gig, if I know I'm gonna play, let's say like today, Christmas, right? Yeah. I know for sure guys are gonna expect like some carol songs, you know. So maybe I'll bring in like, cause like from my repertoire for the music that I normally play, I'm gonna add some carols in there, you know. Because it's gonna set the vibe. People are gonna feel in that Christmas spirit, you know. You have to make sure they're in that Christmas spirit. At some point, I have to play like a couple of ballads. Maybe if people want to enjoy, people want to feel like dancing, I can switch it up, maybe to some Afro beats or something, you know. Yeah. Or like,
so it's not limited to genre?
No, it's not limited to genre, man. I feel like I have to, sometimes also have to, you can ask the client, you know, like if you say you're playing for your birthday, right? You've invited me to play for your birthday. I can't come and just play music out of the blues. I ask you, like, what kind of audience are you anticipating? What kind of music maybe do you feel like the people you've invited want to listen to?
So Lamba Lolo is not good for my birthday?
Nah, if you tell me Lamba Lolo is not good for your birthday, man, I can't play it, you know, plus...
Oh, but it can be good for somebody else.
It can be good for someone else, you know.
Also, it depends with the person.
It depends with the people as well. You know, that's what I'm telling you, like, I can come and you tell me, like, I just need to hear, like, jazz, or I love Afrobeats, or I love R&Bs. I love, you know, when you give me that idea...
R&B is good, and the jazz.
And the jazz, you know. Yeah, so when you give me that idea, so you like, maybe, like, chilled vibes, you know.
Yes,
so for me, I come for your set, we do some chill vibes, you know. Yeah. So definitely...
With some champagne, pale.
For sure.
And some nuts. And for those that love a cigar.
Yeah.
Sile, you see kishash. Ile nile sigara to a pesa. But I don't do it anyways. I'm just saying. Setting is the scene.
Yeah. So you really have to like know your crowd and your audience before you play. But I don't have like I usually don't have like a particular song and say I'm like, so these are the people, you know, what do I feel like starting with today, you know? Yeah. I'd say maybe let's start with just the two of us, or let's start with like an African song, you know. Depending from where I start, I'll know how the rest of
how to transition to the rest. Sure. But are there days that you get it wrong? Let's imagine like for today, you know, there's good days and bad days in each and every industry. I mean, each and every person's life. There's those days you're getting it 1,000%. But kuna day una feel, you know, and also it comes in as a feeling of self-doubt or imposter syndrome. Like for a day like today, it's pressure. So if you're being hired, or after here you're going to an event, you should give them 1,000%. Let's imagine it's at a Westgate Mall. Just any mall in West, of course, the cadres of people who are there, classy people with some level of cash, or TRM, to name a few, you know. When you go there and you feel like you didn't deliver, what do you do now?
Man, when I feel like that, sometimes I just have to suck it up, you know. Because actually such things have happened to me, and I feel like...
And how did you deal with that?
So let me tell you a story about one of those things that happened to me. There was a time I was called to play in an event. You know, it was like I'm a piano thing happening and stuff. So they was like, hey, because I was jamming with a DJ, and I was like, hey, it's really good, man. So you come do it also for some club I was playing at. So I went, and I was like, it was really a good vibe. Guys were vibing. When I picked up my saxophone and I was playing, like definitely these guys will see like this is something that's happening, but they don't know, man. They don't know what this instrument is called, what this guy is doing. So I could feel like that disconnection between me and the crowd, you know. And it was really tough because by the first 10 minutes, it was already happening, and I'm gonna play there for maybe 40 minutes, bro. So you can imagine, you know.
Okay.
So I was like, yo, maybe I was trying to tell the DJ, do you have my like popular piano songs that I can vibe with? When he's putting them, I don't know any of those songs. Like they're hyped, but you know, I'm a piano guy. So I'm just trying to salvage the situation. But sometimes when it happens, man, you just have to suck it up and be like, you know, so next time I'll do better. But I think now I've gotten to understand like my crowd. There's some types of gigs you might call me to and I'll be like, I don't think these guys will understand what I'm doing, man. You know, so they won't appreciate so much. But you know, but mostly when it happens like in restaurants and events and stuff, it's very hard. It only happens when I'm going to like clubs or things like that. That's where I feel like people miss me, you know. They don't understand what this guy is doing. Because I might actually be playing an Afrobeat track, bro. Like, you know, like me and the DJ are there and sync, turning up, and you look at the crowd and guys are just like, you know, like they understand. You see people with their phones, they're recording, but they don't know what's happening, you know.
They get wanaenda tu na flow, yeah.
Yeah, wanaenda tu na flow, wanangoja tu malize sasa DJ arudi, because that's what they're used to. But then you find when you go to somewhere else, even just as simple as I can just be playing this alone, you know, and someone is just there and it's like, bro, you're really blessing me, you know. So I just
getting into it
and suck it
it's
up,
like
you
they're
know.
being awakened into a different world.
Exactly.
There's just a way that, you know, the melodies of this thing get you started.
So much, you know. So when I miss that connection, bro, I try to find like what can I do. I'm now you find me maybe trying to play different kind of tracks just to find the guys. If by the time I'm finishing I've not gotten it, you know, I'm like, easy. Next time we'll do better.
I'm just being told that we have to sing. Okay, before we do that, before we get back to how you transition from Coast to here and everything that you'll do after here, for this very day, okay, is it possible to play this saxophone alongside someone who's singing?
Yeah.
Like if I start to say, now hear the let's try get it. I see if I can get along. So is it me who is singing and then you follow?
So what for this performance is what usually happens is this, let's say if you know like a particular song together, you know, you can be singing it, and then let's you can imagine like there's like a piano there playing and then a saxophone, you know. So if you're singing, I can't play maybe as you're singing because it's gonna be a bit destructive. So maybe you can sing, and then when there's like a break, I put in my sax. So that's usually how it happens most of the time. Okay,
for example, get ready. So, hark now hear the angels sing, a king was born today, and man will live forever because of Christmas Day. I think I'll have to follow. Hark now hear the angels sing, a king was born today, and man will live forever because of Christmas Day. I wanna wish you a Merry Christmas. I wanna wish you a Merry Christmas from the bottom of our heart. Hey, that part. Please, underline your part. Please don't stop. Hey, Feliz Navidad. Feliz Navidad. Feliz Navidad. Wish you a Merry Christmas. That was so amazing.
Thank you so much.
I wish I could stay with you as you play all that all day long. Do you get people who, for example, you've played at a gig like this, and somebody's blown away, they've gone crazy, they'll be like, please, I want you in my house. Like if you can just be playing this all day, every day, it can get me to a different atmosphere that I've never I'm not used
to. For
to.
sure.
The one David used to do with the King, wakati King alikuwa anaffectiwa na
Yeah,
mavitu
yeah,
pale,
yeah.
anamchezea and then the spirit
And I calm
change.
down. Yeah, that's
Do
really
you
powerful.
have such experiences after you've performed?
Yeah, I do have. Actually, especially this year, man, I'm really happy. Like, I've gotten to play to a lot of people's houses, man. Like,
yeah.
I play, like, you see someone if he's having, like, maybe, like, friends or having, like, anachoma nyama, mali kwa backyard, I can be like, hey, bro, like, this vibe is really nice. I'd like to have this in my house, you know? And they're like, easy, we can do it, man. We can make it happen. So, they come through, they tell me the date and stuff, and we just go and play it in their house, man. Those are also really good gigs, you know, because they're so intimate. Because guys are just like right here, you know. Guys are talking to you, like, oh, can you play me one thing or something? You know that one, let me play to you, you know, like such things. And it's really nice because most of these clients actually, they appreciate that music. That's what I'm telling you now. With them, you can't miss it because they know what this is. That's why they're inviting you to their house. That's why they want their friends to see what you're doing, you know. And it's also really good because when I play there, most of the time I get like more referrals. They'll be like, hey, bro, this is really nice. I'd like you to do it. Maybe my son is graduating, or my son is having his birthday. Would you like to come and do it as well in my house, you know? Yeah. So like, for me, so long as there's gonna be, you need like those music vibes, I'm always down to come and play. Yeah.
What makes you think that a lot of people gravitate towards this kind of art? Is it because of the mood and the connection? Does it also depend on the person playing? Because there's places I've been to and I'm to anaimba to, you're like, hey, thanks, I enjoyed, but I did not connect.
Yeah.
But you know, for this one of yours, it's like you're getting deeper underneath people's skins and evoking these emotions, and you live them there.
For sure. I guess from my experience, what I can say is, you know, instrumentals generally, bro, they're just chilled. There's just a way, you know, instrumentals just make you, it's like I'm sitting like this and then I'm like, nice, you know.
It takes you to a different world.
So that's how instrumentals are, you know, like, if it's as simple as that song that we played, you know. You find if someone maybe sang, you're like, I wanna wish you a Merry Christmas. Yeah, it's dope, it's easy, but if I'm playing the tune, you know, and you're like, I know that song, man, you know, and you're singing it in your head or you're singing it out loud, and I'm here jamming to that instrument, trying to put those jazzy vibes. I think that's what like makes people. And also, it's easier when you have like those instrumental moments, maybe in your house or with your friends, rather than having like to bring, let's say, Nyashinsky in your house, you know? Yeah. You
can just play a version of Nyashinsky song.
And having like perform, but it's easy to get like that instrumental. And you know, you can literally be doing anything. You are not really, you kind of listen to the music subconsciously, you know? Like, you know the music is there, but it doesn't take your 100% attention. Right. You're like, I can do other things. I can just be on my phone. Maybe I can be having my drink, but I'm listening to the music and it's really nice. And it's not maybe most of the cases when people are singing and stuff, you know, because I might be singing that and be like, hey guys, can I have your attention? Again, now you start changing, you know. But for the instrumentals, it's just, kanaenda kakienda. You guys are done, because I've been into events where I've played for almost an hour in. And then someone turns back and is like, what? I didn't even know like there was a live musician playing, you know. I thought it's like a playback, you know. But when someone sings, you'd be easily be like, someone is singing. They're taking your attention like instantly. It
strikes your attention very fast.
So that's from my own experience. That's what I think like happens most of the time.
So for this day, what is expected of you now for
this day, man?
I know you booked and busy. Till Theater 2 Leo, adi mwezi ishe, adi January. Because there's even people who Happy New Year as well. When the New Year comes in, that Happy New Year moment, people want to celebrate it. Si eti hawana pesa, kona pesa by the way. And this guy pia kumpata lazima kuwe na pesa. I know. So for people to get you, they must book you. You'll tell us about that towards the end.
So what
for this day, what should they expect?
For this day, man, they definitely should expect a lot of vibes. I'm actually going to be playing at the Daily from around, I think like at the lunch hour. Actually from here, man, I'll be heading straight there to play some vibes.
At the Daily?
The Daily Cafe. It's at Sarit.
Sarit Center. It's like the new one.
The new one, in Sarit Center. We're going to be playing there with my friend. It's called The V. It's going to be spreading some vibes as well for people. We'll be playing, like I mentioned, we're going to be doing some carol songs. We're also going to be doing like R&B, Afrobeats, some jazz. It's just going to be a good time, man, you know? But like especially Afro-jazz, definitely. Like now this this month of December, man, it has been so busy, you know? And I give thanks to God as well. Because we've been like, we're booked almost every week. You know, at least in a week you'd get like.
Even when I spoke to you yesterday, you're like, I'm at a concert, I'll get back.
Yeah, man.
Like this guy is always booked and busy, man.
Yeah, you know, man, because you have to grind, man. This is, you know, like I consider myself a full-time musician, so I don't have anything else to slack on. My work has to come first, you know. So for Christmas, we'll be playing carol songs. We'll be playing requests for people as well. So if anyone gets a chance, man, please come to the Daily. Please
go where he'll be playing at Cafe
and get a
Daily in Sarit and support. And also book him. He'll give his number and email in just a bit.
Yeah, and the quality is really nice as well. It's like top notch, you know.
Yeah, booked and busy, but he's also wanting to be booked.
Yeah.
But now, before we actually come to a close, I'd like you to tell us and also play for us your favorite song when we just get into that in just a bit. Your transition from Mombasa to Nairobi. How was that space in between and what year was it? Because I can only imagine you're used to Swahili people and the way Swahili people from Mombasa, there's just something about them. Kaka staki ya mambo toka wewe usiniudhi nini. And you calibrated yourself and became this fluent, good English speaking person. It's just incredible.
So much,
I've never met a Swahili guy who speaks fluent English bila kuongeza hapo methali na nini misamiati zote za Kiswahili ama hiyo lafudhi ama accent ya watu wa coast. You don't have it. It's even difficult to tell that you're from the coast.
For real. I think I am, because I think I've lived in Nairobi now for quite some time. Right. But the accent is really there. If kama nikirudi
coast,
nikirudi Mombasani bwana, unajua nikipatana na watu wangu lazima nikiongelesha mambo ya Nairobi watanielewa. Sasa lazima niongeleshe vile hao wamezoea kunielewa mimi, unaona. Na nikikuja Nairobi huku nikianza kuongea kama hivi sasa utapata mtu ameconcentrate sana kwa vile mimi naongea badala kunisikiza.
Badala kunielewa.
Ananisikiza tu ananiambia bro unaongea poa sana, you know. So to avoid that and just like having a communication, because you know you have to listen and understand someone. So I just prefer we can either speak in English or we can do like the Sheng thing, so long as so long as tumeelewana, unajua.
It makes you multi-talented, multi-skilled, multilingual. So you can, when you go to your place, you speak with your people's language. When you come to ugenini, do they say ugenini?
Kwa ugenini huko tu bara.
Ugenini huko unaongea lugha ugenini zamani, unafanya mambo ya kigeni tu.
Yeah, but my transition from Mombasa, so if I remember well, I think it happened in 2014. Because like I said, when I cleared I think high school around 2012 there, and then I had that 2013, I was just basically you know, just being a youth man, you know. Figuring myself out.
Experimenting as well.
And stuff,
making mistakes.
Yeah, and then I was called to the University of Nairobi. And I was like, it's really nice, man.
You're called to pursue what course? I
was actually going to do like sociology and tourism.
And you said yes, I'm a yes, but I'll visit later.
Like, you know, when they called me, I was like, I called my dad and I was like, so, you know, like I've been called to UON and stuff. But secretly, I actually hoped I would be called to Kenyatta University to take music.
Oh, you wanted KU more?
I wanted KU to go because they had like a really good music program at the time, you know?
Oh, yes.
Yeah, because I wanted, like, by the time I was finishing school, I knew, man, I want to do music, you know? But then also with parents, you know? And funny thing is that my father was actually the first person who got me my first instrument, man.
Your dad?
Yeah, because he was really supportive.
Bless his heart, man.
Yeah, when I told him now I want to go to college to study music, he couldn't see it, man. You know, he couldn't. He was like, what?
He was very adamant and
hesitant. He was like, yeah, bro, just go study sociology and
stuff. What about mom? What did she say?
Unfortunately, at that time, my mom had passed away. She passed on, but it's okay, man. So at that time, like my father was like, he couldn't understand. He's like, what do you mean you're going to study music? I was like, yeah. Like I've been checking out KU, like that's affordable, because that time, in Tonga, Kabarak also had a program, but like it's a private institution. And to be honest, I've been called like for the government on a good grade. I really didn't want my father to stretch so much, you know, because...
And you also didn't want to disappoint him.
Yeah, I didn't want to disappoint. So we made an agreement and it was like, you know what, okay, you carry your instruments, go to Nairobi, go to class, do school. Then on your free time, pursue your music.
Pursue sociology.
Yeah. No, like pursue, like he told me, my main, if you go to Nairobi, go to University of Nairobi, study your sociology and your tourism.
Then and you did it. You reported to University of Nairobi.
I did.
Finished,
That's
graduated.
Came to Nairobi. That's why I came to Nairobi.
All right.
But it was such a struggle, bro. Like
finished, graduated sociologist.
Yeah, let me tell you the story because it was really like a really interesting one. So I came to Nairobi. I was like, okay, deal. It was like, go to Nairobi, carry your instrument, go to Nairobi, study. On your free time, pursue your music. So we had a deal. I was like, okay, nice. So I think I came to Nairobi around February there, because that's when like the Nairobi institution, the University of Nairobi was taking guys in.
Yeah.
I came in, I settled in. That first semester was just basically to get familiar with like school. I didn't even do anything musical.
Yeah.
I just wanted to get familiar with school, get familiar with like the people, know how the courses work and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And then after a while now, I started getting like, I'd play in school, like in the UN also had like those performances, you know.
Yeah.
And I'd
This is
play,
auditorium.
yeah, and I'd play there, and it was really nice. And then I got another opportunity to like, now I got another band, and we're basically just touring the country, man.
Right.
So there was
so you had a field day a lot,
yeah,
a lot
so
many
bro,
times.
I missed an entire semester of school, and nobody knew. Even I think if my father sees
you
this
didn't tell
today, he's
Dad?
gonna know today. No, nobody, my father, no one in my family, man.
Sister, brother,
I
what
think
did
I only
they
told
say?
my cousins because we went to school together, and I was like,
Yeah.
yo, if there's cuts or anything, please let me know at least in a week in advance. Because we were really, basically, today would be in Machakos.
Yeah.
3 days later, I don't know, we are in Nakuru. We were traveling almost everywhere, you know.
Umekupiga sherehe all your
Man,
entire
I
life.
missed an entire semester of school, bro. I failed.
And how did you recomp and recover?
So during COVID times, because there was a time when now the music business was really like so much, I took like a break. That year I failed. The second semester I was like, let me just take a break, you know. Let me.
Did it hit you like a roller coaster? You're like, damn, I'm just about to disappoint Dad.
I know.
First of all, it's taking a toll.
When I got my results for that semester, bro, I was really disappointed. Like I was like, I could have done better, you know. Because I remember I had like one supplementary at that time, and you know.
Yeah.
And it was like, because I didn't like.
And you have to pay for it.
Yeah, and academics, you know, like it's not like
the exam office,
it was just I put my priorities somewhere else, you know. So during COVID times, man, when COVID happened, I think in 2019.
Yeah.
My class at that time had already graduated. I had not graduated because I went to pursue like music more. So I told you like there was a semester that I'd missed.
Yeah.
But like I continued until now when I got to my fourth year and I did everything, but I had to still go back to do the supplementaries and improve my grades for the missing marks and stuff. Yeah. So during COVID time, because I didn't have any achievement, man, I was just basically at home and stuff. I decided, you know what, let me go back to school and finish and graduate. So my father,
and that can feel crazy.
It was really overwhelming.
In fact, you feel like you're a failure.
Yeah, I felt so, because my cousin who I was with, she graduated. She was supposed to graduate in 2018, I think.
Yeah.
She did, you know, and she got like good grades. And me, I
you
was
were
just
supposed
there.
to graduate together.
Yeah, I was supposed to graduate together, bro. But remember, I told you like for almost 2 semesters, man, like I just pursued my own things, you know.
Yeah.
So guys, and I went to her graduation party as well, and guys were like, "Yo, why don't you?"
Nini kilitendeka?
Yeah,
Na dad, hapo hiyo time dad anasema nini?
But I'd already talked to my dad. I had already explained to him that how we went down. I was like, you know, I went to chase music and stuff. Yeah. But I promise you, I assure you, I will find time and graduate, you know.
Right, yeah.
So at that time, it was really hard because family members were like, Nini. But I actually played like my saxophone for them, you know.
Yeah, so it showed you had something to blind them.
Yeah,
like,
but they,
you know,
I think they all knew,
yeah.
like, you know, like the guy has everything covered because even at that age, like I was not asking for pocket money from anyone. I was basically self-sustainable, you know. Yeah. So they were not really...
So you're not a bother.
Yeah, they were not really so worried. They were like, just make sure you graduate and stuff, you know.
Yeah. And actually, that was the most important thing.
Yeah, so
now you're an adult, all grown.
Balancing that schoolwork, and then like happy school and playing the saxophone and stuff. I don't know how I managed it, you know.
Man, you know, there's some things you go through in life and you look back, you're like, hey, was I the one who was going through all of that and I made it here?
And I made it here, you know.
And you're like, you thank God, you know. Thank God that, you know, you went through all of that. Now, for this very day, maybe some of your favorite songs, as we come to a close, some of your favorite songs that you like to play, for the ones you're going to play even at the Cafe Deli, maybe just, if you can give us like a roundup of like maybe 3 or your favorite in short before we end. And then are there like African songs, especially the ones that have gone mainstream this year? And Spotify and Colors Studio, is it Color X or Color Studio, has actually given a lot of artists a platform this year. The likes of kina Bian, sijui kina Who, kina Miss Karun and naitwa jule msichana mgine Zenia Manase.
Zenia,
and so many of them. Have you met Zenia?
I've met Zenia, man.
I met her, I think, before COVID too as well.
Man, she's
really dope.
And she's really talented, man. The way she sings.
Yeah.
So effortless, yeah.
I only went to some Berkeley.
Yeah,
Berkeley,
man, it's like their
the USA,
voices, man. God damn, it's like, what?
And then they made mention with people like Tiana Taylor and Cardi B, you know.
Imagine,
those are people to play, stay far away, man.
Yeah, those are people you meet and you're like...
You're like, damn, I wish we grew up together. So are there any of those performances that you've done that you remember before you place your favorite?
I mean...
Kenyan artists, the top you played alongside,
Hey, I played a couple of gigs, man, this year. The most memorable one I'd say was like the Oktoberfest one.
The Oktoberfest,
Yeah,
there
I
is a
think
recent one
that
for
was
this year.
that was really dope, man. Like the adrenaline was really high, bro. Like the
Yeah.
music, the energies and
Who are
everything.
in the crowds? Who are some of the acts performing alongside you as well?
Some of the arts, man. Like I told you, like we had like Charisma, Ben Sol was playing that day.
Bensol, yeah.
There was who else? I think even there's another chick called Jerai. She also has
Yeah,
really
Jirai,
good
she sings
music.
so well. I know her.
Yeah,
I've
like there's
heard
just
of
a lot
her.
of artists, you know, guys playing,
Yeah.
and then like having that stage in itself, bro. Like it's not easy for musicians, for us. Like you
Yeah.
know, like the events that you play in, those are like they are like your accolades, you know. When
Yeah.
you maybe unaweza sema, oh, I did this and this and this. You know, like if you say I played for this artist at this type of event or this event, you know.
Yeah.
I think like those for us are like the big ones. You'd be like, oh, bro, like okay, so you're playing with like the right people and stuff.
Yeah.
So I'd say Oktoberfest for me was really big.
Yeah.
Also this year I got to do like my own solo gig, like as a
Right.
musician, you know,
Yeah.
with my
So you
band and
got
everything.
to carve your own niche.
Yeah, I got to bring my people to listen to my saxophone
Were you
vibe.
unsure at first? I mean, it was something you knew if you'd go solo? Because it's not easy to break from,
Yeah, it's not
like,
easy,
let's say, a
man.
boy group or a girl band group and be
Yeah.
successful. There's those that it has terribly failed.
Yeah,
and there's
for
for
sure.
those that they've received good news like you. Like, you
Yeah.
sailed along and you created a brand for yourself.
Yeah, like
How
today-
was it at first when you branched out?
Man, it was everybody, you know, like the thing about like the group mentality,
Yeah.
not everyone pulls in their weight, bro, you know.
Yeah.
Like me, I might be working so hard trying to make
Doing
things
the
happen,
most.
you know, and then there's some other guy who's
There's
just doing the
just
bare
someone chilled
minimum,
out,
you know.
chillax, enjoying
and then
the
they
vibe.
expect us to get like the same outcomes of
Yeah.
things and stuff, you know. So me, it wasn't really sitting right with me, and I was like, you know, like guys, let's do this. So maybe we can try like, what can we do to improve ourselves and stuff.
Right.
Everybody would always talk, you know, but no action is getting taken. So
Right.
I figured I learned, you know, like dealing with a group is very difficult, bro. I'd
Yeah.
rather just deal.
Also making decisions, even
Yeah, when you make
personal.
those decisions, you know, when it's just me, you know, I'll be like, so this is what I want to do.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
I go for it.
And
Wake
I'm solely
up, do
responsible
it.
for whatever outcome that comes out.
Yeah.
But for the group thing, you know, you have to care about maybe 4 or 5 other people. Everybody,
Yeah.
there's that one skeptical guy. There's this guy who's ready to do things, you know. So for
Yeah.
me, it was really challenging.
Also reason together.
Yeah, you know, and
your
I was-
reasoning could annoy you too.
Yes, and this is like some type of music that me I want to play, maybe do
Yeah.
things, you know.
But for you, you're good with anything.
Yeah, so I was
So
like,
officially, when did you branch out?
let's say this year, man, because this year is when like I had
Like
that
month specifically now.
Basically, let's say November. This
This-
November, September.
this
you know.
recent one,
Yeah, it's
yeah.
when I was like, you know what, bro, let me now try and now. Like right now, specifically, my intention is just to play like, because most of the time, all through this year, I've been playing maybe mainly by myself, because it's easier
Yeah.
to do that and play by myself. Branching out from bands and stuff, I made that decision in 2021.
Yes.
22. But then now going into 2024, I want to start playing with now to have like my own band, you know.
Yeah.
Like a band that say, oh, as we play
This
for
is
Ricky
Ricky,
Beats, you know.
Ricky's band.
Yeah, this is Ricky's band, you know, like
Yeah.
now that's my goal is. And I'm really hoping like by the time we get to such a time next year,
Yeah.
all things will really
I
be
see it
moving
big.
smooth, you know.
I see it big.
Thanks,
To be
bro.
honest, I see it big and let it manifest just
yeah,
like that.
so that's
just
like my
that.
goal
Yeah.
and my hope.
Yeah.
But right now, man, so far so good. Everything I think is on the right track. So I think so far I'd say the Oktoberfest gig was really big, and then getting like my own show, and it was playing like there's a place called the Gecko
Yeah.
on Gong Road. I also got like to play there, and it was amazing, bro. Like I didn't know like I have people who like resonate with my music to that level, you know. Like
Yeah.
the place was really packed, and
Right.
guys came specifically for me, not for the
Yeah.
cover that I do, or for they were like, you
Yeah.
came in
Oh,
here.
you also do covers?
Yeah, I do
Ah,
covers.
right.
They were there to listen to my original music and like, you
Right,
know, yeah, and it was really encouraging. And
Right.
that made me realize, you know, I can actually
It
do
affirmed what you're doing.
Yeah.
And now you have that conviction that if I go out even today,
Yeah,
like you're
I
going
can
to
do it,
perform,
you know.
you'll still kill it.
Yeah.
And it will be bigger than even what you're doing in the band.
That's
but
the
let
hope,
me
man.
ask
That's
you,
the goal, yeah.
did your bandmates feel some type of way when you told them, you know what, it's that time, baby, to go?
Yeah, they
Goodbye.
definitely feel some type of way.
I'll see you later.
Yeah, I mean, there's some people that, you know, like I rubbed them the wrong way
Yeah.
when I made that decision.
It came off
Yeah.
as
And
something that they never,
Yeah,
it was
were
never
like-
received well.
They was never received well, you know. But like from most of the people, you know, like that we played with, they're
Yeah.
actually like very open. They were like, you know, bro, you just go do your thing, man, you know.
Yeah.
Because also when I tell you that group mentality thing, man, it's not really nice. Unapata you're really on that level of trying to push yourself and become successful in your thing, you know.
Yeah.
And then someone is over here doing the bare minimum, or someone else maybe is trying you find like the gig is coming out, the money is good, and then someone is trying to like eat more, or you know. So like I really don't want to put my
so it was frustrating.
Yeah, it was really frustrating for me, and I decided no, I'm gonna leave. So those people who are like maybe eating off me, those kind of were rubbed the wrong way. But like 3 or 4 guys who was with, were like, yeah, hey, bro, you know,
peace, my bro.
Yeah, and we actually play together. Even when I get like gigs that require a band, I can call them back and be like, you know, guys, come.
Oh, wow.
But there's like 2 or 3 dudes, you know, it rubbed them the wrong. But I don't mind, man. If at the end of the day,
it's just part of the game.
Yeah, it's part of the game. You do you, man. I'll do me, and we'll move on. You know.
Before you tell us some of your most tempting and most overreactive reactions that you got from crowds, if you can just give our viewer just a feel-good moment for, you know, some of the performances and some of your favorite songs. Si lazima stick kwa Feliz Navidad and the rest. Just anything that you love playing. For our viewer, just shortly in a minute.
So there's this song by what's this guy's name? The song is called Soweto by Victoni. I'm gonna play
Victoni,
because that's like some of my favorite songs as well. I'd have to play. I hope it comes out well.
Amen. Here we go. Are you ready?
You ready?
Here we go. All right.
Something like that, you know.
Good Lord, good Lord.
Yeah.
Amen.
I really love to play this. You know, you see that feeling, man. It's what like gets
especially
people all
that
the time.
part. Oh my goodness, it got me lost.
I'm actually very picky. Even when I choose the songs that I play, I try to find songs that the melody is so repetitive. Because I find like if you're familiar with that, you kind of get like you tend to resonate more with that, you know. Yeah. So when I play my music, I tell most people like I don't play my music for musicians. I want to play my music for that common one, you know. Because sometimes if you play it for musicians, you're going to have to put a lot of technical things. At the end of the day, it's not music anymore. It's just now like, can you play this song? But what I want to do is I want to play songs where people will be like, I know that song, I can vibe with it and stuff like that. You know?
Or maybe you just heard it, but you never enjoyed that version of that
as
song.
much as you enjoy it when
and now you're enjoying it,
you know,
in an amazing way.
So
what about a KE one, a Kenyan one?
A Kenyan one
that you love.
Let me play you for this. There's this one called, I really love BN so much, man. So I'm going to play.
Shout out to Bien.
Shout out to Bien. I hope we can work together sometime in life.
Definitely he's watching. Bien.
Bien.
You've been on Y254 and Channel 1. You know what to do. Please, you know what to do.
So let me play like his recent bang. It's called My Sherry.
My Sherry, Let's go. Let's go. You're not ready. Nilipotea kidogo.
Nilipotea, man.
Right. It's
a bang. It's such a bang, man. You should listen to that song.
It's a big song,
And it's really nice.
I think is it thumping on Spotify?
Yeah, it is, man. It is. And it's really nice to also see like the Kenyan musicians like trying to get there, man.
Right.
Hopefully I will get to those levels. Like,
You're
like
getting there. Trust me, if you're here, you are getting there.
Yeah, that's the way to go, man.
Absolutely. Maybe what are some of the craziest reactions you got from a crowd? And definitely today as well. You're going to get them.
Yeah.
You'll perform to a bunch of people and they will be flabbergasted. They will die. Wasema, hey, imeniua hii kitu bana. Hii imeniua kabisa. Kama unaweza kuja utuchezee kama familia tutapenda sana. What are some of the interesting ones and most memorable, and also the ones that are also cringe you out there, like, hey, thanks, but you're on overdo, like I mean,
there's definitely been a couple of reactions to like me playing. The most frequent one I'd say definitely is like claps and stuff, and people appreciating. Or if someone will be like giving you a tip, it's like, hey bro, that was really good, man, like shika kitu even stuff. So there's some who are generous, kuna wenye I tend to think like it's all they could give, so I don't like to look at it as, hey, mpono umenipa kidogo manini, because anyway I was not expecting the money. Also there's been, let's say like if the good ones will be like, if I'm playing there and then I finish, someone will give me like a recommendation, will be like, I want you to come play also for me or something. I'll say those are good ones. But also they've also been like cringe ones as well, especially like with females and stuff, if I'm playing, which I mean to some extent is okay, but sometimes it comes too extreme, and if like I've gotten invitations to go, like I want you to come play for me this stuff in the house, but like you're definitely not gonna play this thing,
But I'm sure there's those serious, like somebody just wants a good time, and you can tell and read the energy.
Definitely.
As compared to unajua they're up to something, the vile anasema
unasikia huyu venye ananiambia huyu bana,
kuna kitu tu
iko tricky, but those who actually wako genuine wanakuambia, hey bro, like you're really good, I have like a thing going on in my house on this day, how much would you charge to come, like such things. And they, from how they're actually talking or inquiring, this is actually like, this is an honest client, someone who is actually interested in my stuff, or in my business. But there's the other people who are just interested in the saxophonist, they just want to see me there, maybe like with just your hat on and my saxophone playing for them and stuff,
But also when you turn up, you turn up looking the part. You just don't turn up. Like you turn up and look the part.
For sure, man. Like if you, I believe like if you're a creative, if you're an artist, you need to express yourself in all ways as possible. Like for me, like I didn't show up if I'm looking clean, looking good. I feel good when I'm playing.
It also makes you deliver.
Yeah, because I'm confident. I'm like, this is Ricky Beat, man, and I'm here and I'm gonna do the vibes. But so. There'll be definitely like even more cringe ones. There've events that I've played in and I was not paid, bro. So
oh my goodness.
Yeah, like all those things happen,
man. You're done, but it's a back and forth. They're like, so we agreed you're paying me 100.
And then all of a sudden now what's this?
I'm a change. I'm a disappear.
So one thing that I learned for myself actually is like I learned that I have leverage before I start playing.
Right.
So before I lose my leverage, bro, let's just finish. Just pay me my dues. I'm done. So that because after I've performed, I don't have any leverage again,
Yeah. So you pay before service.
You pay me before the service.
Like you can pay
me. So what I do for myself, like when I'm doing this, I get like a certain percentage as down payment.
Definitely
over 50%, 50% or over for like down payment. Then after that, the rest, once I'm there, we've done like our sound check, we make sure the equipment is everything.
You're present. Umeconfirm.
Wewe sasa nimalizie. Ndo tukimaliza usiniambia ati now we've overspent. Now
light imeungwa hapo, we have to.
Bro, like I really don't like those things. Or if it's sometimes like I really appreciate if those things are happening, just tell me, okay, this gig is on this day, but maybe we might be paying you like 3 days later on. And only do that if it's an organization, not like an individual, When it's that way, it's easy to communicate and work with. Because there's, when you, especially doing those back and forths, and those are like for me, those are like one of the cringiest moments, because now you don't even want to work for the clients again, Because it's like, am I really ready to go back to these things again,
But you have to tell yourself and go back again, because it's part of the game.
It's part of the game, man. But now when you go back, like you can,
you go back wiser,
shy,
how you approach, how you negotiate,
and how you deal
which
with
I feel like artists need that kind of knowledge.
Really
see unaitwa tu na perform, and then unaenda, and then unapiga simu, and then wanazima.
Because there's so much that goes into it, bro. There's so much that goes into it, man. Unaweza cheza, I've told you, there's one that I played, hata hadi leo sijaiona pesa. It's like 3 years later. I even gave up, bro. Because one, like, ilikuwa tu just by word of mouth. We didn't sign a contract, we didn't do nothing. And you know, even if I go to like report and stuff, ilikuwa tu inachukua vitu mingi. I didn't know how to get the person, because even the event that we were doing, they had the event, the venue. It was really, that now like it was like a learning curve for me. That's why like right now I'm really so, let me just say, put it like, I'm so cautious, and I know like how I handle my business and everything, you know. Yeah,
absolutely. And thank you. We have to go. You guys will enjoy your Christmas, but you can book this guy, so give them your details and where they can see you next, where they can find you next. And anybody who wants to personally book him, you have an event. Ulisema pia at funerals you perform, right?
Yeah, tunacheza funerals, tunacheza
weddings,
birthday parties,
birthdays kama yangu iko this Friday, tafadhali.
Wedding, anything, man, like what we need.
Graduation parties. Please tell them where they can access you. Today, Christmas Day.
Today, yeah. So for Christmas, Maze, if you're watching this right now, we're going to be playing at the Daily Sarit Cafe. The Daily Cafe at Sarit Center. Yeah, Mapo along Karuna Road. We'll be there from around 2ish there. So please come enjoy the vibes. But you can also find myself on socials at Ricky Beat, RICKIE_BEAT, on TikTok, on Instagram, on Facebook. Everywhere, man. That's like my social, and you can find some of my music there and my contacts as well. So let's link up and hopefully make magic together, you know.
Yeah, and 2024 is just coming in the next 6 days. Actually, in the next 4 days. So, are you ready for 2024?
I'm ready, man. I'm now making my resolutions, you know.
Now that you've branched out solo.
Yeah, I'm making my resolutions. Hopefully, I will achieve them. But this year's resolutions, I'd say 70%, 80% were achieved. So,
which one was your most trying time in 2023?
In 2023, my most trying time?
Yeah.
I'd say there's another. So, you know, like us musicians, we make a lot of, like, we say like, we make money sometimes from playing on a regular joint. Like let's say, we'd say every Monday between 2 and 4 p.m. you're playing at Y254, regardless of, you know. And then now it got to a point where I felt like the financial gains that I'm getting and what they're making from their business, you know, was not relatable.
They're not coinciding.
So, you know, I went to them and they were like, I tried to put like a new offer on the table and stuff. And they were not, I think they thought I was bluffing maybe, or they were not really keen on like having that conversation and stuff. And so, you know, like I just got to a point and I was like, if you guys are not gonna come through, like if you're not gonna make business successful for one another, I think I'm just gonna pull out and stuff, you know. Yeah.
And you courageously did it.
And I did it, man. So like, and those, I'd say for like 2-3 months, it was really tough. It was really hard because it was paying. It was not bad, but it could be more because, to be honest, if like every time I'm playing there, it's always full, man. Like you're getting crazy orders and then you're paying me. What I felt was like peanuts at the time, you know?
Yeah.
And they didn't want to change it, so I just quit and left. And for a while, it was really like, I had like a dry spell.
Yeah. But then you questioned your decisions.
I questioned my decision for a while, man.
You're like, maybe I should have listened to that voice that was telling me, endelea kuteseka tu.
Endelea kuteseka. But you know, when I made that decision,
but now, sometimes it's a blessing in disguise.
Yeah, because when now I got like my first gig, it was like a breakthrough, and like doors open for like more and more.
Many other doors.
Yeah. And right now, I'm sure those guys really miss me, even though they don't want to say, don't admit it.
Yeah.
They really felt my value because right now they have someone else playing there, but it's not as good.
But you can't compare.
I can't compare. No,
and,
for me, like,
talents are different.
If I've moved on, man, I try myself to be like, to make peace with it, you know.
Yeah.
And
I see you becoming great. I see you becoming great.
Thanks.
I know talent when I see it. Call me Mr. Prophet.
I pray for you as well, Prophet, to excel in your career, man.
For prophesying. So thank you so much, Ricky. Maybe you can just do an outro for us. But before he does an outro, please continue to tell us where you're watching us from now that it's Christmas Day. Unakula nini, ukiwa na nani, unafanya nini, umebuy nguo mpya, umenunuliwa, umepelekwa out, uko kwa nyumba, nini na happen. Please tell us on that hashtag, which is Y in the morning at Y254 channel, and at Brian Soko 101, hashtag is Y in the morning. Kumbuka kututumia picha, unaweza nitumia mimi personally food unakula, by the way. Leo ni siku tu ya wanahitaji mlo, ni siku ya kula. Do you say that in Coastal? Ni mlo after mlo.
Ni mlo tu yani.
Ni mlo tu hapa, hatuna mengi. Hatuna mengi. As you usher us into the mood as we go. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you next time right here as we get into the vibe with Mr. Rick Bit. Thank you so much for coming through.
Nice.
Merry Christmas, Happy New Year.
Hmm.